So a while ago, I was doing these videos probably every week where I open mail and discuss some meta-relevant discussions and ban list predictions and stuff like that. But for a while, I've been kind of sticking to Branded as my go-to deck, and then I stopped ordering so many cards for other strategies. Like, you saw a video, you see some cool tech, you order the cards in, even if you don't really play that deck. So I kind of stopped doing that, and the mail videos stopped, but you can see them right here. I have a playlist called the Binder Cast where I got mailed, opened it, organized some cards, put it in binders in my collection. It's really chill and nice, and I do have a bulk of mail ahead of Nationals. This is my Nationals order that I've been saving for like a month or 2 months even, just ordering cards into the hub. Now, finally got them in the mail, so I do want to open these on camera and discuss a few things. I do want to talk about the decks to beat in the upcoming format, which you already know if you saw my tier list videos. I do want to talk about the ban list a little bit that might actually be tomorrow as I'm recording this video. And the new decks, Super Heavy and Pearly, that seem very jarring and scary, but might be more manageable than you think. And a few other things as we go through the mail. Obviously, everything here is censored out, so you don't dox me. But yeah, always fun opening mail and having a chill discussion. I really like recording these types of videos, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them as well. Thank you so much for every single one of you who purchased my Final Battle playmat. They're sold out, all 100 limited edition copies, so I do really appreciate that. And of course, if you are here and you're here for the discussion, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new, if you like these kind of things. A lot of my subscribers, probably the last time I did a binder cast was when I had like, I don't know, probably 2,000 subscribers. It's now more than 3 times that size, which is really fun. Ooh, I got a magic card. All right, we have the cards. I'll try to open the cards and go through them as I discuss, but if you saw my tier list videos, you saw that I'm considering 5 decks right now in the format as the decks to beat. We got a Tower Drake and a Vasa Soul. I don't know Magic, but these seem cool. The decks that I'm talking about are going to be MathMech. They're going to be Branded. They're of course going to be Super Heavy, Samurai, and Pearly, and then Kashtira as well, which is, there is a question mark next to Kashtira, and we'll talk about why there is that question mark there. And yeah, these are probably going to be the decks to beat in the upcoming Nationals format. I think a lot of people commented on my videos that Sprite and Runic should not be ignored, and I agree. I think just like Sprite, we'll see, because actually Sprite took 2 out of the 3 last YCSs. So why are people sleeping on Sprite so much? I don't really know, but we'll definitely have to see. You're going to see a lot of cards in weird languages here, which is going to be funny because I ordered these from Card Trader, since they have the option to save your cards until you want to ship everything together. So this is what I did there. And now we're just going to open these. There's a lot of them. So much fun getting a lot of mail. So yeah, there's a lot of like different languages here. Since I'm in the EU, it's kind of nice and sometimes cheaper to get cards in different languages. So I'm not going to talk about Sprite, but I am going to talk about what I think needs to happen, and that is going to be Kashtira getting hit on the ban list. And I think the ban list is possibly going to be happening tomorrow. I think that we all know that Diablosis definitely needs to get banned, right? A lot of people do agree that that needs to happen. And I also agree with that. I think Diablosis and the whole mechanic of looking into your opponent's extra deck, I think shouldn't have existed in the first place. I think it was just wrong, and I think Unicorn and Diablosis are cards that don't really contribute a lot to the game. I think that obviously Diablosis banning it allows, like, prevents the deck from locking 5 zones and banishing so many cards out of your deck, which is kind of hilarious. But Unicorn Fenrir and the field spell as well should, I think, be limited. This is not like a full-on ban list prediction video, but this is definitely more of a wish list or a discussion on what needs to happen. And I think it really needs to happen early so that the upcoming... Now, we just had YCS Philly, I think, today or yesterday. And we don't have anything in the near future. So I think now, before national season, this is definitely a good time to... Oh, this is a common. Wow, look at that. This is a very good time to hit cards on the ban list. And I think Kashtira needs a consistency hit, because I think that Super Heavy Samurai, even though it's like obviously a good deck, I don't think Konami is super invested into it. You saw it getting very low rarities. Most of the strong cards in the deck are actually outside of the strategy and pretty old at that. Like, a lot of the cards are like super retro cards. So Konami probably doesn't have a lot invested in it, which means that they're gonna probably let it run for a format, then ban, you know, or highly limit the deck. They obviously knew what they were doing when they were going into it, like releasing this support. But I think that it's probably going to contend for one format and then probably disappear because, you know, like, Tier Limit took a time to get hit because they were a lot of like really expensive cards and like new support. This is just like one wave of support. It's going to go by really quickly. And I think Konami is not super attached to it. Branded Disciple. This is a classic where I order cards that I already find in my bulk. I had a few seconds of thinking that, hey, I might get this card playable. Alright, we do have a lot of super heavy stuff here. Thankfully, there are a lot of like foreign language cards. But they are... I bought a lot of them because I was kind of on the train when they were really cheap. So this is why I have like... I was like, yeah, these were like a few cents a piece. We do have Super Heavy Samurai scales here. It's actually in really good condition. But it's Samurai Super Sante Bilancia. And this is Italian. Yeah. So another Super Heavy Samurai card. Oof. We got some German... This is a long name. Weinak... I'm gonna need Joshua Schmidt on the case. But yeah, y'all know good old Santa Claus, another disciple. So that's kind of my thoughts on Kashtira. I think it needs to get hit because it needs to allow the rest of the format to run. Obviously, it's a very strong deck. It's only been out for one core set, so it had a good run. But I think if it goes untouched, it remains the best deck, in my opinion. It's going to remain the best deck because it automatically counters Pearly and Super Heavy Samurai so well. Just by its own like mechanisms, right? So it's definitely going to... these cards are good. It's definitely going to be a problem, like, adjusting the new format. Or you just, like, if you don't touch Kashtira, it's still the best deck. Funny story about these guys. The Custode della Magia de Draghi. The Italian... Is it Italian? Yeah. I ordered 3 of them Ultra a while ago. From Troll and Toad. Because I wanted to like have them. I was like on the goo. But then another thing that was in that order was 3 Primeval Planet Perlerinos, and that was probably a week before Tier Limit got banned. Or like a few days even before all the tier names got hit and the deck was essentially killed. So I contacted Troll and Toad after the ban list. I was like, please cancel this order, because this was like $150 at the time. It was like probably $30 a piece for the field spells. So I never got these, and I thought I had them, but apparently I had like 2 common ones and 1 ultra from I don't even know where. Probably like a collection I got. Sorry for buying so many catchy of level 2. So I think Super Heavy Samurai and Pearly are going to be probably like the top decks. Some of them. But I think the decks are I feel like really fragile. I feel like they might be a little bit fragile, and that's from just like experience of like playing against these decks. It's weird. It's weird because I think the design of Super Heavy Samurai just relies heavily on old cards that are now once per turn, right? The whole deck is based around the fact that this card is now once per turn, and then utilizing other engines like, you know, Ballista and Ancient Gear and like Earth Machines, just like so many support, that you can just abuse a lot of the mechanics just to play, you know, play a lot. So that's why I think it's really easy to hit the deck, because like once you get rid of the old cards, that there's no preventing them from being banned, right? Like they're old cards. Konami has not a lot of invested in them, and you know, they probably don't even care that much. So you might hit them really quickly. This is a nice pickup that I'm really happy gonna be rocking at Nationals. You can actually barely see it, but I know it's a secret, so. And then Pearly, it's such a lazy card design. I'm gonna put these back in the sleeve in a second, but nice Barons. Couple of Barons. It's such lazy card design, in my opinion, to have like the main goal of the deck to be a towers, right? It was the case, first of all, with Clifford's, then it was the case with Ignistors, which was, that was the whole point of the deck. Like, the point of the deck was to put very big towers on the board. And, ooh, I got 2 of these. Nice. And now it's like, all right, every card, all the cards are now once per turn, which is, in my opinion, bull, right? It's really bull. And then everything attaches, and then you just end on the towers. A towers that if you get rid of it and you don't get rid of the other cards on the field, your opponent summons, then gains 3 more cards. They draw 3 more in the standby phase. Just inherently weird to design a deck that way. So, and that's coming after, like, you know, Kastura with its design philosophy of being like looking into your extra deck, which is very weird as well, in my opinion. So I think just like lazy design. I'm not gonna say that Super Heavy Samurai is lazy, even though it's like super oppressive, because it's just like abusing non-once per turn mechanics. It's old cards, it's legacy support, it's fine in my opinion. But overall, whew, sheesh, got 6 wagons. Look at that. Overall, I think it's just like, I don't like the design. I don't like the philosophy. Yeah, so it was fun unboxing these. I think we got some nice picks, especially kind of like ahead of a potential ban list. I wanted to make sure I'm hooked up with a nicer copy of Discepolo di Ra, and of course a nice shiny Gold Shark Secret. A lot of new cards, and of course getting the Super Heavy Samurai cards early was really nice as well, because I got them for really cheap. Some Dragon Link cards, so I can probably play like Bestial Control and stuff like that ahead of the next format, Barons. So yeah, it was fun opening this with you and discussing the latest metagame. I think that I'm really excited to show you my branded builds, my branded playthroughs. The deck is just amazing. Yeah, I'm like super focused in on Nationals, which is happening very soon for me. But yeah, we'll see each other this Wednesday on the live stream, of course, preparing for nationals, and videos probably every other day. So thank you so much. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe. We're on the way to 10K. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.